I've seen a lot of weird shit going on. Like I've seen crackheads take a shit in front of a car. What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to talk about real life NPCs. Everybody might have known one at one point of their life, right? They're the people that are just too weird to be true. You just feel like you're in the middle of a GTA game. You're just walking past someone and they'll say some stupid outrageous shit and you'll never see them again, or you'll see them from time to time, which just makes them one of those random mission NPCs, right? We've all known some of these people. I sure have. I don't know where to start, honestly, because like this is such a funny thing that I really wanted to talk about today. Because like there's so many of those people. You'll be surprised where you pass them by. You know what I mean? Like they could be in front of the grocery store. They could be some random local crackhead that you see like every fucking week. I've seen a lot of weird shit going on. Like I've seen crackheads take a shit in front of a car. I've seen crackheads do a lot of weird shit. You know what I mean? A crackhead. There was this one alcoholic guy who used to hang out in the city and all that shit, and he was just fucking crazy. He was so fucking crazy. He'd be drunk, and he was always coming towards everyone. He was like, "I'm Tupac, I'm Tupac, I'm Tupac," and he'd sing like Bob Marley and Tupac songs. He'd be drunk as fuck. Always had like a bottle of cheap ass wine, and sometimes even more expensive liquors and shit like that. So it was always pretty weird to see him. And then we had a dude who always claimed he was a little homeless. He had like a bowl cut, and from time to time you'd see him sober. He'd ask everybody for money and shit like that. And of course, after someone gives him money, you just see him with like a 6 pack of beer, like the cheapest fucking beer you can get. But there's also a few times that he was fucked up. He was like all the way fucked up. You see him walk around, slunched over, acting weird, just walking like this. Um, he's like the craziest NPC. He's like the regular NPC. It's like he's got a set character model with a set behavior, and he's always like that when you come up to him. Then we had some people that we actually used to talk to. One of them got drugged and he got permanently fucked up. He was always what's his like again? He was always like this, you know what I mean? Like he'd bump your fist, he'd be like, "Yo, how you doing, bro?" He's a cool guy. Like you might seem a little weird at first, but he's genuinely a cool guy. And he used to be normal, according to a few people, which also makes it, you know what I mean? Like I never really uh felt some kind of way against him because like I used to hang out with him from time to time. He's from my neighborhood, and he was just a little. But aside from that, it wasn't anything too crazy. But we've had people go bonkers, man. Like I've seen a few people who would just yell at the fucking random bypassers. Uh, I've had this one time. It was back when I used to smoke weed still, and my friend lives around the corner back here. He was locked out of his house, and I had a spare key. And we were walking around, waiting for his mom to come home, so I didn't have a key either. And it was like early in the morning, so he wanted to hang out a little. I was like, sure, you know what? Fuck it, let's go outside. It was nice. The weather was nice. It was nice outside. You know what I mean? It was in the summer. So my homie, he rolls a joint, and we wanted to smoke it, of course. And all of a sudden, this crackhead walks up to us, and he's like, "Give me that joint." And we're like, "What?" So my homie offered him, he offered him a few puffs, and he was like, "Give me the joint." That was probably like among the weirdest experiences that I've ever had with random crackheads. And I've seen him a few times in my neighborhood as well. And he'd ask for like he'd ask for some change. I was like, "Nah, I don't carry change." You know what I mean? Like, and if you'd say no, he'd call you greedy. He was like, "Nah, bro, you greedy. You fucking greedy, bro." And he'd just walk away and stare you down like angry as fuck, which was it didn't make any sense. Cause like, why would he call me greedy? Why would he tell me that I'm greedy for not having fucking change on me if he doesn't even have fucking change on him, bro? Beggars can't be fucking choosers, bro. That's not how it works. And these crackheads gotta learn about that shit. But crackheads are probably the funniest NPCs, especially that one time that I saw a lady take a shit in front of a car. And that's the same woman who's been coughing blood and shit like that, like on the street. She just passed you by and she'd be coughing blood on the floor and shit like that, on the pavement and whatsoever. And the time that I saw her take a shit in front of a car from my homie's window, and I was, taking care of his cats while he was away with his mom, that shit was probably fuck that I didn't know how to react. I was just staring it down, and then I saw her take her pants off, take a shit on the floor in front of a fucking car, and I'm like, yo, that's fucking wild. And some other NPCs, some real life NPCs that I've had in my life are some people that I've known mostly from Facebook in my country that a lot of people apparently knew. There was this one dude, it was a Turkish dude, and me and my other homie Froggy, we were kind of assholes to him because he was an asshole to us too, but he never knew. He would never admit that he was wrong, so we just kept going. You know what I mean? Like us being annoying ass kids. I was like I think I was like 16 that time, and there were times that he moved to Turkey from here, and he tried to hit on a girl that we knew, and him and another Turkish dude we know, they share crazy similarities. Like they're one on one the same dude almost, in the way that they never really, you know what I mean? Like they're just different. And the real difference was that the other dude who moved to Turkey for a while, he hated Turkish people. He hated Turkish culture, which was fucking weird. He was always talking shit about Turkish people, but he moved there anyway. And he started hitting on this girl that we knew, and it was the ex girl of the other dude who still lived here, right? The other Turkish dude. And it was hilarious. He was trying to hit on her all the way from Turkey. And this one time, we caught him talking shit. So me and Froggy both made screenshots of something, and we meant to send it to each other, right? But we accidentally sent it to him. So he blocked both of us for that shit. But we didn't really care because he's a fucking NPC. He'd always ask us for feedback on his music, and it was ass, and we tell him it was ass, but we didn't really tell him. We just gave him advice. We just, you know what I mean, shit like that. We gave him real fucking advice, and he was like, no, you're just hating, bro. This shit is good, you're just hating. And as soon as we gave him feedback, he'd be like, nah, but your shit is trash too. Like, bro, you just asked us for feedback. Like, that's real NPC energy. You don't really know him. You don't really fuck with him like that, but he's the NPC. He's not a main character. He's not a side character. He's just a fucking NPC. Like, he's just one of those random missions. You know what I mean? He sends you a song to listen to, and it's like, accept this mission or not. You know what I mean? And then his marker disappears from the map, from the mini map. But yeah, those were some weird NPC experiences I've had in my life. I mean, I can go on for hours and hours, but I'm not gonna go on for this video for too long because, like, I've got so many NPC stories, and I'm pretty sure you guys might want to hear them. But it is what it is, man.